Making a lifestyle change is a hard process. In my own life, it's been a complex process. And as I listen to stories of others, I hear those same things. We experience the complexity of the process, and it's part of how we can understand the failure rate. The failure rate suggests there are no easy answers. A 97% failure rate means that we need to look at the problem differently, and if we look at the problem differently, we need to look at the solution differently. And I think my wording there says it all. The solution. It's not that there's one solution. It's that there's a complex series of tasks that really, because this is a lifestyle change, those tasks and those actions are multifaceted. They come at us from multiple directions. Making a lifestyle change in a food-rich environment with lots and lots of unhealthy foods, eating when hungry, is hard in this society. Society's messages, even buffets and drive-thrus, make the richest foods the easiest as possible to access. This impacts us in different ways. We have to fix it with the foods that we eat. We have to understand the problem differently. We have to know how to make change in ourselves, and the way I make change may be differently than the way you make change. But we have to understand ourselves in this process. And then we have to understand the foods that promote our wellness. And there may be individual differences in those foods and the way we feel our best. We also need to understand our hunger drives and the genetic pieces that we each bring to this. My own hunger drive is complex. It's a very interesting network that I sit on multiple extremes of. Understanding that is hard for me to take in sometimes. In fact, it was just hard for me to say, but it is a fact of my existence, and there is empowerment in saying that. And then there's negotiating the relationships, the things that matter in my life, the people, the events, the situations that I want to take part in, the experiences that I want to have, the love that I feel with my family and my friends. Those are things that I don't want to miss out on because I am situating a healthy lifestyle. I also don't want others to feel judged by me. And because, truly, who am I to be judging? I used to live at twice my weight. I struggle to maintain these changes, and sometimes that struggle goes very, very deep. And so the only person that I can work with in this life is me, and situating those changes from the inside out. And the deeper I go into that process, the more it might help you, the more it might help others, the people that I love, that are part of my life. This is how we find the solutions. We center ourselves, and we can only change ourselves when we focus on ourselves and are ready for it. So think about this problem and think about the things that are in this Venn diagram that are part of the complexity of the process. And if you have a lot of failure around this, like me, there's a reason for that failure. And it should be empowering to know that this is a complex task. Don't let that defeat you. Instead, give yourself grace in understanding yourself differently, because that grace and the power that can come from understanding the complexity truly can help you change your life.